everybody, and welcome to Soul Portal Journeys. I'm Renee Varnador, and we're doing a new moon ceremony today. We've got the new moon in Pisces, and the sun just moved into Pisces 2 days ago. So we had actually new moon was exact in the middle of the night for most of us. And for some of us on the Pacific coast, that was 11:06. And for people in the West Coast, it was actually February 20th. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see the things that you might need. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to show this. Okay, I'm going to take this down. Okay, so I got this up. It's not sharing. Okay, there we go. Usually I have my handout on my desktop, but I had it hidden. So here we go. This is bizarre. I've got my meeting controls in the way of this. This is not how I usually roll. Okay, so here we are. We're at the new moon in Pisces. And this is what Pisces, the constellations of Pisces, looks like. And we're going to be working with this pattern as we move more into the ceremony. These are the things that I suggested that you bring. If you don't have all of them, it's okay. So let's do the first thing before we even sing in the angels, which is to clear our aura. You can use, this is like a selenite wand that is really good at clearing out energies. This is aura spray that I got. It's got some different herbs and oils and sacred waters from around the world. So it just kind of clears everything out, clears all of the mind chatter out so that we can just focus on going deeper within. If after we sing in the angels, we're going to light our candles and we're going to sanctify our water and do all of that. But first we're going to call in the angels and then we're going to clear the chakras. So this is a song that came to me when I knew I wanted to do this. So the first archangel we're calling in is Archangel Raphael, but we're calling in the spirit 7 directions. And so we, besides the basic 4 directions, we also do below, above, and within. So if everybody could figure out where east is for you, east is over here for me. And then I just move around with them. If you have one of these office chairs, you can stay seated if you want. But if not, I'm recommending everybody kind of energize, stand up, get ready to sing in these archangels. Spirits of the East and inspiration, Archangel Raphael, please come. Spirits of the South, spirits, Archangel Michael, please come. Archangel Gabriel, please come. Spirits of the north, earth clearing spirit, Archangel Uriel, please come. Spirits of below, Mother Earth potentiality, Archangel Sandalphon, please come. Spirits of the Spirit. Johanna, please come. Hey, notice how you feel right now. If you've noticed any of these, anything around you, any presences around you, that would be awesome. Now we're going to clear our chakras, and we're starting with Lam at the base, at the root chakra, and we're going up this way. So here we go. I'm over here on the harmonium. Okay, notice if you feel any of your chakras activated, if you've got any tingling. Maybe you don't feel tingling in the main seven we just vocally cleared. Maybe you're starting to feel some energy in the palms of your hands, because actually the palms of our hands are also a chakra. And especially if you're a healer, that'll wake those palm chakras right up. Okay, so this is where we are. We want to know, okay, where are we on the soul portal map? And so I created a deck of cards from my travels, and I like to pull a card just before I teach so that I know how to reframe what I was going to talk about in the moment. And this card just popped out, and that's funny. Okay, this is the card for the eclipse. Okay, so we're at a new moon. We're not at an eclipse. We're not at that kind of energy, although eclipses do happen at the new moon, just not yet in the cycle. So an eclipse energy is really strong, and we can use the energy for transformation, and even transformations that we didn't realize that we actually wanted. So because it's such a strong energy, we might look at it as clearing energy. We might look at it as potentiality, because the other card that wanted to pop up with it was the blank card that had absolutely, that was just like potential, or some people will call that the void. So that's kind of where we are in this energy, which makes sense since the new moon is happening with the sun and the moon in Pisces this month. So, and Pisces is all about, I believe, wow, okay, this is coming to me. Okay, so this is what I believe. I'm going to test it out, but this is what I believe, and this is what I'm testing out. And this energy is also about intuition. It's about developing intuitions. It's about paying attention to our dreams. So for the next 29 days, if you want to keep a dream journal, this is the most fruitful time to start that practice. If you get any images in your meditation during this time, it's more likely that you might write that down in your dream journal too. So it's like dreams and visions journals. So I have a space in my tracking journal for dreams and visions, and so I've already had some interesting Piscean dreams of water and oceans and ocean currents sweeping me out, and me trying to keep my feet on the ground while I'm walking back and forth in the tide. So that's a Piscean dream. Pisces is the ocean. If you look, it's a water sign. It's very oceany. It's the depths of the ocean, and knowing if you're ready and can dare to actually plunge into the depths of Pisces. But it's when we do what occurs to me in some other people I talk to, but though your experience may vary, you get a sense of unity consciousness. Pisces is a strong spirituality, mysticism, creativity, and it can help you develop compassion. And just getting to a layer just beyond the surface. I don't know about you, but if I watch the news, or if I watch what's trending, it's hard for me to stay in a compassionate place. But if I can move into this deeper, more soulful place, then I can have compassion for all of the people I hear about and wherever they're at. So this is what is in the sky at the full moon for us. What am I doing? Okay. This is actually, okay, this is a different thing. This was when the moon moves into next to, in a couple of hours at 3:33, the moon is going to move into a conjunction with the royal star Fomalhaut. And so that's what this is. But the actual moment of the new moon is this one right here, where we have 1 degree of Pisces, the sun and the moon meeting at the same degree. This right here on the outer ring are all the signs of the zodiac. So these are all the fields of different kinds of experiences, different ways that we can move and grow and learn. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. And so we've just gone through a whole cycle, and as the sun moves all the way to 29 degrees of Pisces, then when it moves into 0 degrees of Aries, we're going to have what is for astrologers the new year, which is the March equinox, which is a time of equal daylight and nighttime. Carrie, go ahead.
Could you zoom in on the screen a little bit more, and maybe the words could be a little bigger for us? Is that possible?
Yes, let's see. I'm going to pull in. Let me see. So this was the time of the new moon. It
Thank you.
11 at night. This is Rosarita Beach. It would be pretty similar to where you are, Carrie, in San Diego, or this is pretty similar to Pacific Coast. But with this is the sign, the little glyph for Pisces, and everything in this whole circle is for the signs. This ring here is for the planets, the glyphs for the planets. So this is the glyph for the sun. This is the glyph for the moon. This one that I left in here is the glyph for Saturn, because Saturn is conjunct, like meeting up, like right next to, within a couple of degrees, within 3 degrees of this sun and moon. So this is actually a blessing to have Saturn this close to the new moon in Pisces, because oftentimes in Pisces the energy is so strong that we have amazing experiences that we can't use or remember. And because it's kind of like, oh, I'm glimpsing all this stuff, but I don't remember what it was. And Saturn is right here next to us, helping us to create a container for this wisdom. So one container I already mentioned that you might want to develop, if you haven't already, is a journal, writing down your dreams, that kind of thing. That would be a good container for of Saturn helping us as we travel through 29 degrees of this amazing sign of Pisces coming up that we're in the midst of. So this is like the beginning point, and a lot of times in the beginning point of the energies of Pisces, we can see the end. So a lot of times we can see the end and the beginning and the beginning and the end. We kind of have an alpha omega moment. And so Saturn is helping us, maintain a focus on what it is that is coming to us. Other things that can be that Saturn can use as containers is the chakra system. We just kind of vocally did the 7 main ones. That can be like a container for our wisdom. If we are studying philosophies or religions at their core level, at the mystical level, not at the political levels, but really diving deep into the different traditions, that can be a container for what is happening in Pisces also. If we are looking to just look at the golden nuggets in all of the religions, the golden thread of truth throughout all religions, then that is very Piscean, there a sense of unity and a sense of being attuned to the mystics. And we've got these two stars here. We've got Fomalhaut, and it is a star that's currently at 4 degrees of Pisces. But back 5,000 years ago, it was one of the royal stars of Persia. And it was the opening to the winter. And the stars move like 72 minutes a year, so they don't move very fast. But here is the star right now that this new moon is opposite of, which is Regulus, and Regulus is another royal star that's in the heart of the lion, because it used to be in the sign of Leo the lion. And it is at the heart point of, and a lot of kings, and when there were a lot of kings and monarchy and rulerships happening 5,000 years ago, we're just now, the monarchy is just now dissolving away, and it's so we've got these royal stars. And astrology used to be so complex that people, only kings had astrologers, and now regular people, thanks to computers, can figure out what's going on in their own lives. And so instead of just being like this person who has all of the resources to be able to do navigate the divine timing, any of us, if we want to, can do that. So within the next couple of days, the sun is going to move 3 degrees. So in 3 days, it's going to be right on this royal star Fomalhaut. And so this is a really good time in your meditation in 3 days to just go into a meditative state and think about the star Fomalhaut. And I'll show you kind of what it looks like. This is, where is it? This is not what I wanted. Here it is. So this is what it looks like if you have a really good telescope, if you go and find a really good telescope. Otherwise, if you just look in your backyard, it just looks like a star. But it's this is where it is. It's not in Pisces. This is Pisces over here. It's in Pisces Astrinius, and it's right below Aries, the water bearer. And this is Fomalhaut right here, and they call this the mouth of the fish, because when they had pictures of the water bearer in Aquarius pouring water out, the little fish that was in Pisces Astrinius would open its little mouth, and the water would come into its mouth in all of the blessings. So if you see, this is Capricorn right here, this is Aquarius, this is Pisces, and you see that this is not it's not one of the zodiac signs, but it's right below Aquarius. So that's where the star Fomalhaut is in the sky. And that was actually taken from Astronomy Truck. But another thing that I wanted to bring everybody's attention to is that this star Fomalhaut is related to, all of the royal stars are related to the archangels. In the tarot deck, we have for the 4 royal stars, or the 4 archangels, and in Archangel Gabriel, this is from the Archangel Oracle. This is the way Archangel Gabriel is depicted by Doreen Virtue in her card deck. And I chose this version. I have a lot of versions and a lot of cards of Archangel Gabriel, but I chose this one because what it's calling to us at this time is divine leadership, to be the ones that are holding a higher vibration for people that need some guidance and are attracted to our light and want to ask us a question, and how to be visible, to allow people to know that you could be helpful, without saying that, oh, this is the way I see it, so this is like the only way, and this is correct, and you have to follow me, and you have to sign a disclosure agreement. No, we don't do that. At least I don't. And so here's Archangel Gabriel in her divine leadership coming in, compassionate leadership, working on the level of grace. We opened to the energies. We opened up the energies of the chakras. An even higher level of opening up is on the level of grace. And on the level of grace, that's where we work with Archangel Gabriel and all of the archangels. Truth, when we allow our work to be a container in the higher vibrations, we're coming into truth. We can have access to healing for ourselves and other people, especially if we continually heal our chakras on a daily basis. We can hold that energy. So this is from February 21st to 25th. That's when this energy is going to be the strongest. And so if you don't, some people have planets that are conjunct Fomalhaut in their astrology charts, and I'm starting to look at those placements and bring those into my astrology readings with other people. But even if you don't have any aspects or any relationship to this star in your natal chart or your birth chart, or the stars that were around when you were born, anybody can connect to whatever stars are in the sky when the sun goes on that point, on that degree. So the sun is going to be on that degree in 3 days, like we saw in the other chart. And so we have a chance to go into that energy. So we're going to, when we do the meditation and we go into more of the ceremony, and we go into a movement part of the ceremony, and then we go into a meditation part of the ceremony, we're going to go into and look at, and just go visit this star because the energy's out there. So this is Pisces, and when we're in the movement part of this ceremony, we can work with this sense of a V. There's because Pisces is kind of making a V, and then also there's this sense of the ring. There's a ring of stars around Pisces, and I always like to think of a crown of stars on our head to help us move into a sense of Pisces. And so we can make this shape of Pisces with our arms, with our legs, having the star, however you feel like it. Some people get on the ground and put their legs up. I'm not going to do that, but just be able to, you don't want to see that. So I'm just, maybe if I, never mind. So that's all possibilities of ways to experience this energy. Because this new moon energy plunges us into our spiritual depths in Pisces, while Saturn is helping us ground this energy in practical ways. So the question for us is, can we connect to our soulful guidance and still be grounded in the body? So it's like a lot of people talk about ascension because we want to move into higher vibrations, but some of us are wandering around in higher vibrations and nobody knows what the heck we're ever talking about. And so we have to move to we have to descend and embody. So it's a process of ascension and descension, and we move the energies through all the chakras of the body so that we can stay grounded. If we really know all of the chakras in our body, we know where we are, just like I created a soul portal map so that I would know where I am as I'm traveling or getting insights, and also through the chakras being able to stay grounded in whatever energies come sometimes. And then instead of being like totally thrown when a divine energy that's powerful comes into us like an eclipse, we can actually work with the energy, and then we can get insights and we can open to new aspects and new ideas and bring those through in creative ways for the benefit of all. So that's the idea. That's kind of why we're doing these ceremonies. We're kind of trying to embody the energy. I like to, because I've been reading tarot cards since 1984, basically. I like to look at the tarot cards. We have the Sun and the Moon card. I have these two up all the time. This is from the Angel Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine. And but also the card for the moon is actually the High Priestess card, if you know the tarot. But the High Priestess card is very associated with the moon. And the moon is actually the card for Pisces, the sign of Pisces. So the Golden Dawn made all of these comparisons between the tarot deck and astrology, and they mixed it all up, and they have planets and they have signs, and taking up the 22 major arcana cards, or these are the spirit guides that can really help us. And then Radleigh Valentine assigned archangels to the tarot, and so we've got Archangel Uriel for the Sun and Archangel Haniel for the Sun, and we've got Archangel Haniel for the High Priestess, and we've got for Saturn, we've got Archangel Michael and the World card, which really contains the World card in traditional tarot, and the Rider-Waite deck, which is the traditional tarot, has all of the royal stars in it. And if if this is all new to you and you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a ceremony, and we're going to get whatever you get. And, it's hopefully it'll be a piece of insight that's going to help you with your next steps and what to do next. So don't worry if you don't understand some of what I was saying there, but we can actually embody these energies. The Sun is the solar plexus. That's the one that we were doing here, right here at this point. And the moon is the third eye. Okay. The High Priestess card. And the Saturn is the root chakra. That was the first one we did with Lamb. And then Neptune, some people call it the higher heart, and some people call it the crown. Some people call Jupiter the crown. So you just experiment that, because things are not as cut and dried, and we're going to categorize everything, and we're going to be linear about this. There's different people have different opinions on which sign of the zodiac and which planet actually relates to which chakra. So it's a, then we get to experiment and say, okay, what works for me? I think most people agree that the solar plexus chakra is the sun. There's just this definite sunshine, this definite, you know, golden yellow light that comes out of the solar plexus, and it just like really helps us move through the daylight of what we're doing in the everyday life. So does anybody have any questions on anything that I was saying before we move more into the ceremony? Okay, if you do unmute, so that's my sign that you being unmuted is the sign that you have a question. So okay, so everybody's now muted. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are now moving into the more ceremonial parts of what we were doing. And we are going to be moving, this is again the pattern of Pisces, which you can move in or not move in. Some other things that you might move in is you might move into like a figure 8 pattern. You can move a figure 8 pattern with your hips or with your feet, or move into a Pisces pattern. As we do some movement, I'm going to do a Pisces new moon song from last year this time, and my buddy Philip is here. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is amazing. We actually have this is good, we have Philip here. So welcome, Philip. And did you have a question, Rita? No. Okay, so let me stop sharing this, and Philip is getting his audio ready, and while he's doing that, we can grab our candle and grab whatever we've got to light it with. Hello, Philip. You just came just in time for the ceremony. I've got my lighter here, and I am, for everybody that doesn't have a candle, I'm lighting this for all of us. Okay. And so by lighting a candle, what I'm doing is I'm creating sacred space, and I'm connecting the light of this candle to the light of my solar plexus. So the light of the sun right here holding this light. So this is part of ceremonial, creating ceremonial space is lighting a candle. So the next thing we want to do is sanctify the water that we brought, because we are going to be drinking this water as part of the ceremony after we go through the meditation. So I have this water from Chalice Wells, which is the heart chakra of the world. So I just put a couple of drops of this every month, and this is almost gone. Good thing I have another bottle, right? Because I've been there twice. So, and then if you don't have any sacred water, but you know Reiki, you can put a Reiki symbol in your water. If you don't know Reiki, you can put a symbol that's important to you. Maybe a circle with a triangle, maybe a spiral, whatever would be a symbol for you. And so you've sanctified your water. You've got that ready to go. If you have chocolate, dark chocolate, or if you have something that's sweet to you, like if you don't eat sugar at all, not even a 90% chocolate, you might want to have just a tiny bit of unsweetened coconut, or you might want to have a little bit of cinnamon. So this is I've got my my chocolate ready, because that's going to be part of the ceremony after we come with that. So if there's no questions, I'm going to turn on the music and we can start moving. And here we go. Okay, so I have my scarf here. This helps me move and create patterns. So it helps me make figure 8s. Okay, and now we're going to come back and sit with our journals and our paper when you're ready, when you feel like you've completed what you need to move to and experience. Okay, now we're going to go into the meditation where we have our feet on the ground and we feel the energy of the earth. We can feel on the bottoms of our feet as if they were roots of a tree going into the earth, going deep, deep down into the earth. Even though we may be sitting and touching the floor, we know underneath the floor there is the earth. And we can allow from the bottoms of our feet to create this rootedness. And 2 feet below our feet, there is the Earth Star chakra, and we can pull that energy of the Earth Star chakra up to our feet and feel this sense of groundedness. And we can move that earth energy up our legs and up to our root chakra, where we know that we are safe and we have powerful, safe containers, and that we can ground anytime to the earth during this Piscean period, during any period of intense energies. And we move the earth energy up into our sacral chakra and then into our solar plexus chakra, and open that light of the sun outward so that we are shining our light. What does that feel like to shine our light? And then we move up into our heart chakra. We can open up and feel this grounded earth energy in our heart chakra. And then open into the throat chakra. And then up, bring the grounded earth energy up to the third eye chakra, where the moon, where we are connecting with the moon, where we're connecting with Pisces. And we are bringing that grounded earth energy to this point, to this brow chakra, to help us ground any images, any insights that want to come to us at this time. And then we open our crown chakra, and we're opening to this Neptunian, Piscean type of energy where we can open and we can allow. So we are now connecting. We have opened our crown chakra, and we are now connecting to the energies of this beautiful Piscean star with the early degrees of Pisces, this beautiful Piscean star full heart. And we can like see this star in our mind and just see that star shining above our head. And we can ask this star if it has any message for us, that has, if we can feel, and the message might come in a feeling, it might come in a color, it might come in a word. And we are asking Archangel Gabriel, who is the archangel of this star, full heart, for any information or insight she might be ready to give us on our divine leadership. And Archangel Gabriel has a gift for us. And she hands us a gift. And we want to feel this gift in your hands. You want to feel the weight of it. You want to see the color of it. Perhaps there's a smell. Perhaps there's a sound. And we ask Archangel Gabriel, what is the meaning of this gift? And as we take in this feeling, this energy, this knowingness from Archangel Gabriel, we can move to our heart chakra and ask within our own heart, the wisdom of our own heart, feeling this wisdom coming down from the stars, coming from our crown chakra, coming from our third eye, our throat chakra, and into our heart chakra. We can ask our divine heart, what is our next indicated step? What is our next baby step? And we allow the energy that's in our heart to flow down our arms that are capable of doing, of being this beautiful heart energy coming into how we can, what we can take an action on next that comes from our being. And then we feel this divine energy come down to our solar plexus and mix with the light of the sun so that we can see ourselves taking this baby step that we want to take that helps us to more align with this beautiful energy of Pisces. It helps us align with this unity energy, this compassion, this state of knowing that all of our dreams are possible. Then we move this star energy, this Piscean energy into our sacral chakra, into our gut instincts and our knowing. And we ask our new moon question, what is being conceived? So we are asking the question, what is being birthed within me? What is being conceived? And we can see what the next indicated step is for what is being conceived. And it may be really simple. It may be pulling an oracle card or an angel card or a tarot card. There it may be a very simple thing. It may be writing in your journal. Now we go into, take this sky energy into the root chakra, and Saturn is right there to contain this wisdom and to help us bring this beingness of Pisces into bring it into a practical something that we can do. And now we exhale anything that's not going to serve us in this, what we are doing, any doubts, anything that came up that's not serving you, we're exhaling all of that out the bottom of our feet, and letting the earth recycle it. And now we are aware again of our feet on the floor. And we can pick up our pen or our pencil and go to our journal and write down anything that was useful that we want to remember from this meditation, from this visit into the energies of Pisces, into the visit with the star funnel heart, into the visit with Archangel Gabriel and the gift that she gave us. And if you have written down everything that you want to write down, you can, and you would like to share anything that you received, you don't have to share, but if you'd like to share anything that you received about your next baby steps so that we can hold space for you doing that, that would be awesome. Just go ahead and unmute if anybody is ready to speak about what they might have received. Maybe they want to share a gift that they received or an insight. For me, I'm making a further commitment to a yoga practice twice a week that just helps me bring be more grounded and bring more into my body during this Piscean period. I already have the intention of writing in my dream journal, so I'm just adding to that and maintaining the intention of writing in the dream journal. Okay, so anybody that wants to share, go ahead and unmute. Okay, Carrie, go ahead.
I had an interesting experience when I asked about the baby steps. It just kept showing me more little baby steps, and I'm like, come on now, just go ahead and show me what the next step is. And it just kept, I'm like, is baby steps the actual next step? And I got this thing that all I want to do is take these great gigantic leaps, and I don't want to see the baby steps. I don't want to pay attention to the baby steps. I just want to jump to the next thing. And so the thing that I'm supposed to actually start is actually start liking baby steps and actually start working on that baby step. So that was really, really interesting.
That's
Yes.
beautiful. Yeah, because
Mhm.
Pisces energy can make us really want to leap.
Yeah,
And so we got, luckily on this one, we got Saturn right there helping us go, no, you need the baby step.
for sure.
Okay, so now everybody have in mind your baby step, okay? And now we all love baby steps now. Kara just helped us all love them, right? And we're going to drink our water while we're thinking about, for me, I'm going to think about a yoga practice. For Carrie, she's going to think about loving baby steps. For whatever you've got, you're going to be thinking of that as your intention as you drink your sacred water. And this is sacred water that we sanctified. And we're just going to feel that water move all the way through us as we're thinking of our intention. And now we're going to open to ask any of our spirit guides, ask any of the archangels, ask our higher self, whatever you believe, asking for help and assistance from a higher power. So now we are going to think about who we want to call in to help us with this baby step that we just were, or help us with what's being conceived within us at this point. And as we eat this chocolate, we are thinking of that divine being helping us. So I was feeling Archangel Gabriel helping me with my journaling. She put a pin in my hand, so I know she wants to be there when I'm writing. So that'll be nice for me. Anybody else want to share anything that they received at this? Go ahead, Rita.
Which one's your Uriel? I needed a midwife because what I'm to receive is to be like a container, for the stars, like there's a million turtles or how many seeds in a dandelion, like a whole lot of little tiny neurons or stars, same thing, right? Into me. And so it's just like create space, be a container, rest, just
Beautiful.
no, don't just rest and let it, And so I heard it because I heard another one about Uriel this morning, and I must have gone into a trance. Oh, and plus I got a my little gift was a little treasure chest, and I'm like, is this because it's brass? Does that mean I'm combining metals? But then when I turned, so then my next step was to roll on my side and just be the uterus kind of floating around
Beautiful.
in the womb. And then I saw, oh, it's one of those treasure chests that's in a aquarium. It's just part of the decor.
Everything you're saying is totally Piscean, Rita.
It's very, very just kind of go with the flow. And so who's Uriel? Uriel is the one, and I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, so there's Archangel Uriel, who is the archangel that we relate to the sun, and we relate to the north when we call him in, and he's an energy that's related to one of the four royal stars also. So there you go. It's a really powerful archangel. So okay, so I also want to say thank you everybody for showing up here for this new moon ceremony, and I'm going to share my screen really quick because I'd like to invite you guys back for the next thing that I'm going to do, which is the full moon ceremony. And we're having the full moon ceremony. Where's the full moon ceremony? Oh, I didn't do any of this. Okay. So we're having the next full moon ceremony on the actual full moon day, but after the full moon is exact, which is March 7th. And it'll be noon Pacific time live on Zoom. So actually that's not true. Actually, we're going to be having the full moon ceremony before the full moon is full, which is good. We have the new moon ceremony after the new moon. And also have a special equinox ceremony because we're having the March equinox in the northern hemisphere. It's the spring equinox. It's where we have equal days and nights, and that's going to be March 20th, 2023 at noon Pacific time. And that's a Monday. The next full moon, new moon ceremony, like we did today, is going to be March 22nd, which is a Wednesday, and it's the day after the equinox. So that'll be really powerful. And this is really the beginning of the year for astrologers. Especially once the new moon, it's the new moon. This is interesting, Rita, that you had a treasure trust, and I just realized, yeah, I did too, because on March 22nd, it's the new year, and a lot of people create their treasure maps of what they want for the new year. So I have mine from last year, and I've been looking at it going, yeah, I still want that. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, all of it happened. But it's just kind of so it's our chance to rip up magazines and pictures, and or go online and print pictures out and rip them up and put them all on a big poster that you can look at, and create a treasure map of all the things that you want to experience and understand over the next year. So we're kind of, if you got a treasure chest in there somewhere, come to that, because that'll be fun. I'm also offering for people that want to know, do I have any royal stars in my chart? Do I have Archangel Uriel's star on Taros? Do I have Fomalhaut? I'm going to tell Philip right now, my buddy Philip, is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Philip. And yes, you have the star Fomalhaut in your chart, conjunct the sun. That's powerful. No wonder I love you so much. You're amazing. And, but if you don't know, Philip did a reading with me, so he knows. I know. We both know he has Fomalhaut in his chart. But you can, I'm offering an Essence of You free 30-minute consultation if you are thinking you might want to jump in and really understand your natal chart as a way of understanding more about the essence of you and who you are. So for those people watching the replay, that's going to be in the a link to that is going to be in the show notes. So just hit show more, whether you're seeing this replay link on Facebook or you're watching it on YouTube. Just hit show more, and the links will be there to my calendar if you want to take advantage of this limited time offer. So we're ready to sing. We're ready to sing. And if you guys want to stay on for a couple minutes after we sing and shut down, you can if you have a question to ask me. So here we go. In this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of peace, I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace.